What's the chances of us ever meeting again? Fake Ben's the rules, you're looking real good. Haven't seen you since high school. Got rid of my...
Yeah, I just wanted to say you kind of looked really good. I just noticed you walked past me. I wanted to say hello to you.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Arabella.
Arabella?
Yes.
Oh, I'm Ed. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Ed.
Are you South American by chance?
No, I'm from the Philippines.
Oh, okay, okay. Your sunglasses are covering your face. I couldn't really tell. I just knew you had a slight Latina vibe.
And you're
But yeah.
from?
Where do you think? Take a guess.
I don't know.
Really? Is it? You can't tell from my accent or my look, or
No.
I'm from here.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not, one of the rare people from here.
Right.
Yeah. So why? You look very well dressed. Like you look like a kind of like a secret agent from the Philippines.
Well, I'm just visiting my friend and having a vacation.
Oh, okay, cool. How long are you here for?
2 weeks.
Oh, that's quite long.
Yeah.
How comes your vacation is so long? I feel like you've been skiving off work.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a break from work.
Ah, okay.
So, but I'm leaving Sunday.
This Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday.
Ah, okay. That's a very short time for our romance to turn into something. But wait, you mean tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Well, and so it's been the end of your 2 weeks then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm actually
Where are
fairly
you from here in the UK?
London actually as well.
Ah, here. You
Like
live
proper
here.
right here, not right here, but like some other part of London.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm actually staying in Mill Hill, so
Oh, I used to live near there actually. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you have like friends there? It's kind of a random place.
Well, it's an Airbnb.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I prefer to stay there because it's not that busy and
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you find London in general? Is it nice for you?
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
your favorite part?
Well, I've always wanted to go here in the UK, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, huge fan of all British stuff.
Yeah. And what do you do for like work then? Because I mean, if you can take 2 weeks, then well, actually, 2 weeks is kind of normal. But if you go more than 2 weeks, then you've got a very nice job.
Well, I work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work in PayPal.
PayPal.
Yes, so we do work from home, so it's very flexible.
So you're the person that when I complain on the phone about PayPal not working, I was speaking to you.
Exactly PayPal, but their American account, which is
okay.
Venmo. So
okay.
yeah, but it's our parent company.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I'd already spoken to you on the phone before. Who knows? It's possible. Because I had to ring them a few times.
Well, we do have a lot of...
I have a lot of problems with my banking, yes. Maybe that's your like specialty. Is it like customer service that you do?
Customer service, yeah.
Yeah. I do a bit of digital nomad stuff as well. Like I'm able to work from home, do my own thing. So I have a couple of like online businesses. So it's quite cool. But yeah, what's your plan today then? You're just exploring?
Yeah, just exploring Covent Garden.
Okay. Have you been to like all the main parts of London?
Yes, I did. Actually, I've been to Liverpool as well and Scotland with my friend.
Cool.
She works here. She's from Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Nice. Well, yeah, you should explore here. Go to South Bank. Go to like London Eye, all of that stuff. Or maybe you've done it.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Oh, you've done it. Cool.
I think this is the last stop.
And then your trip is complete.
Yeah.
Then you just need to meet me over like a nice, cozy bar, and then your whole entire trip is done. Maybe if we have time tomorrow. Actually, what time is your flight tomorrow?
I'll leave 7:50 p.m.
PM.
tonight.
Maybe I have time to meet, but maybe I don't know if you will, because today I'm quite busy.
Right.
I mean, and if not, maybe I don't know if you come back to London again. Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you want, you can add me on Instagram. And then
I do have Facebook.
You don't have Instagram?
I don't have Instagram.
That's very strange. Why don't you have Instagram?
I don't.
Every girl has Instagram.
I don't have Instagram.
You are
actually,
very mysterious.
Yeah, I am not really into social media, so I'm trying to stay away from that.
Oh, okay, I respect that actually. Yeah, I respect that
It's
because
very toxic, so
it can be for sure. Yeah, that's good actually. I'm actually glad to meet someone who actually thinks like that, because most people don't, and I actually think exactly the same as you. The only reason I have it is actually to meet people or for like business or something, you know. But otherwise, a lot of people are just scrolling there mindlessly and then getting feelings of you know, inadequacy when they see all other people living so-called amazing lives. But actually, it's not the reality, is it? But yeah, cool. Well. I mean, I would give you my Facebook, but I literally never, I don't even think I have an account there anymore. But
Do you have your Facebook? Is it still?
I mean, the thing is, I haven't logged in for like probably about 10 years, so it's no point really.
10 years?
Yeah, literally.
Or maybe your WhatsApp?
Yeah, you can add WhatsApp actually. You can add me on WhatsApp, because actually my phone is a bit dead at the moment.
How am I going to search for it?
You just add a number.
And the number is?
07. Or do you need a plus sign?
Yeah.
Plus 44. 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just say hi.
Okay. Let's see, is that me? Yeah, that's me, that's me. Cool. Alright, yeah. And then, yeah, it was nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy the last...
Your first time that you're meeting from someone from the Philippines?
Maybe. I can't remember, which means it could be.
Okay.
So yeah, this is quite a special occasion for me as well.
And what are you doing here right now?
Right now, with my friend, and then I need to just sort out some stuff back home. Yeah, and yeah. Why, did you have like a plan in mind or something?
I don't know. I think I'll just roam around.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I have to leave early because I have to pack my things. And,
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip here. And if there is time, maybe either tomorrow or maybe later today, we can meet up.
Yeah. Or maybe like you can come to the Philippines. Or
Oh, you're inviting me there already?
if it's possible for you to.
First, I need to get to know you better, because I wouldn't book a trip all the way to Philippines because you've only spoken for like 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe we can chat. Or,
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's nice to meet you.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right, take
And
care.
sorry,
Oh, yeah.
your name is?
Oh, Ed.
Ed.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Thank
Nice to meet
Ed.
you. So here you see me approach this girl, which ended up being quite successful, being, you know, quite a nice interaction. I'd say she's, you know, pretty much, you know, the best demographic that you can find, you know, in terms of being, you know, a tourist, just, you know, by herself, solo tourist. You know, those are usually the best ones, you know, in a place like London. They're going to be the most receptive, and yeah, you're going to get, I guess, the most ROI, you know, when approaching, you know, a girl like that, potentially. But yeah, you can see here that, like, at the beginning, she's not actually saying too much, really. She's a little bit kind of slightly confused about the situation. Maybe it seems like probably quite a new thing for her. She's probably not used to getting approached like that. So she's not really giving that much at the beginning, but she's still kind of interested, you know. She's still quite friendly, still fairly receptive overall. But you can see actually later on in the interaction that she opens up way more. So like, you know, at the end, she's like literally inviting me to come to, you know, stay with her in her country, you know, maybe as a joke, but still, like, you know, the fact that she's even mentioned that is kind of, you know, a huge, you know, increase in terms of investment and everything. So yeah, like, it just goes to show that, like, you know, that even if, you know, the interaction starts off in a certain way, it can always massively improve. Because something I see a lot with guys is that, you know, the girl's not really saying too much or not investing that much at the beginning, and then they just sort of end it after, like, you know, anywhere from like 10 seconds to a minute. They just sort of leave. And it's like, okay, nice to meet you, bye. When really, like, you know, there's a lot of value to be had in terms of, you know, just trying to open her up a bit more, trying to get her to sort of invest a bit more, just keep going and just see if you can sort of grind it out a bit more. You know, all you have to do is just chat for like 5 minutes, you know. It's not that hard. You don't just cover some basic topics. Where's she from? What does she do? What is she up to now? You know, and just sort of see if you can sort of push these narratives a bit further, push these conversation topics a bit further, and that's it, you know. And yeah, you know, there is always the potential for a girl who is maybe slightly on the introverted side or slightly on the shy side to actually open up a bit more and potentially actually want to meet you, you know, in the end. So yeah, try not to give up too soon. Sometimes you have to just push it a bit more, just grind it out a bit more, basically. Obviously, one of the big disadvantages of this sort of demographic when they're like a solo tourist is that they, generally speaking, have quite sort of bad logistics. You know, often they have to leave very soon, or in my case, what always seems to be the case is that they have to leave the next day. And I know like a lot of day gamer guys in London, they've experienced a lot of this as well, where they meet that girl who's like super receptive, way more receptive than all the other girls that day. But they have to leave the next day, and it's just really, it's a big fuck up in terms of, you know, seeing if you can actually meet them again. Because yeah, okay, you could just drop everything, just meet her there and there, you know, just go on an instant date. And yeah, she is a prime example of someone who would be, you know, very suitable to go on an instant date with. But you know, when it comes to instant dates, I'm a bit sort of 50-50 with them. You know, I don't hate them, I don't love them. You know, a lot of the time I can't be bothered to do them. You know, I might be with someone else that day, or I've got other plans and stuff. I usually do have other plans most days, so you know, I'm not the biggest fan of them myself personally. But you know, what a lot of guys do is they just sort of essentially drop everything just because they've had a sniff of interest from a girl, when you know, it's like you've got to kind of have a bit more balance, I think. You know, if there is interest, obviously you want to capitalize on it, generally speaking, but don't drop everything, because it just comes across a bit needy and a bit sort of like desperate. So like it's a lot about how you sort of go for it and how you sort of express yourself. So like classic example, if you want to go on an instant date with someone, you know, you would just say, well, I need to go meet my friend in like 15 minutes or half an hour or something, but let's just go grab a quick coffee. So you're essentially adding a sort of a caveat to the proposition, so that it doesn't come across like, oh yeah, I've got nothing to do today, you know, I'm just going around meeting girls and I finally met you and I want to just do everything with you now. It's like you don't want to give that sort of vibe. It's got to be a lot more calibrated and a bit more subtle, really. And you notice that I kind of do that here as well, with her, because I'm saying like, oh yeah, well maybe we can meet tomorrow, or maybe we can meet this evening. What time's your flight? You know, I had other plans today, but maybe it's possible that we can meet. So it's like it's not too forward. It's a bit more subtle. It's like kind of take it or leave it kind of vibe. Because when you're doing too much sort of chasing, and when you're too, you know, trying to pull her in too much, she can sense it, and she can just sense that, you know, that you're too eager, and it's not attractive. It's a bit of a turn off, really. So you've got to find that right balance, even when you are trying to go for it. You know, that's why soft closing and you know, pushing in a very sort of subtle way, you know, going for it in a subtle way is always usually the best option in most cases. And it comes from non-neediness. It comes from having a pure sort of abundance mindset, where even if she did just like disappear in that moment, you wouldn't really give a shit, because you know there's always another opportunity, and you're not that desperate to see her again. In this case, you know, she wasn't my, you know, 100% my dream girl, really. But of course, in another example, you know, maybe I could have pushed it a bit further, could have done it, didn't really want to in that moment. But that's fine, you know, I tried to figure out her logistics and just planted that seed, you know, to meet later that day, or meet, you know, the next day early in the morning or whatever. But it's just, the thing is with these sort of, you know, logistics, when they're not in your favor, you know, I can't be bothered to deal with it most of the time. You know, most of the time, me personally, I like to kind of plan things out, you know, a few days in advance. And yeah, and if she's not available, then fuck it, she's not available, and that's fine. I just move on to the next one. That's fine for me. The other thing as well here is I talk to her about her Instagram. I just say like, oh, it's a bit odd that you don't have Instagram. You know, every girl has Instagram. Why don't you have Instagram? So it's in that situation, I'm sort of challenging her a bit, which is generally, you know, a good thing to do. You know, it creates a bit of excitement and a bit of tension in the conversation, which is a positive thing. When you do say something like that, it's always good to sort of ground yourself a bit as well. So I then sort of, you know, I sort of have that sort of jokey sort of challenge with her, oh, why don't you have Instagram? But then I sort of ground it more in reality afterwards by saying, actually, you know what, I actually kind of respect that, because I'm quite similar in the sense that, you know, I'm not really into social media much, and, you know, I don't like to, you know, spend all day with it. I think it has a sort of a negative effect, you know, comparing yourself to other people, blah, blah, blah. You know, talking about that kind of stuff in a more sort of real way is a good thing to do, because you're essentially balancing more sort of deeper chat on a sort of, I guess, a more normal topic with the more sort of attraction side of things as well. So you don't always want to be teasing, challenging, and doing all the flirty stuff all the time. You want to always balance that stuff with just, I guess, more sort of normal chat, but sort of deeper chat as well, sort of getting to know her on a sort of more deeper level. That's always a good thing. So that's just a good example of that in practice as well. But yeah, overall it was a positive interaction, you know, good length of time, good vibes. You know, it's a pretty standard, decent interaction that you can typically find, you know, somewhere in London. Thanks for watching. If you want to be able to do what you see me do in these videos, head over to my online course, which covers pretty much everything you need to know about day game to get to a good level and actually implement it in a manageable way. Link is in the description.